Welcome to Kickin' It with Karen Beyond Sauerkraut, episode 33. Today we're going to make El Salvador's national dish. We're going to make curtido. Curtido is a side dish or condiment, oftentimes served with pupusas, which is like a fat masa tortilla. The pupusa is oftentimes stuffed with cheese or beans or any number of things, but we're not making that today. We're making the thing that goes on top or to the side, curtido. Before we get going, we have the pear and lemon beet kvass, and it's fermenting quite nicely. If you can see those little bubbles all up there and then coming up from the bottom. This should be ready in about a week. I also wanted to show you the fermented peppers. They're coming along quite nicely and the color is changing. So when we first did this, it was a bright green. Now you can see the fermentation is turning the color to a softer green. Finally, I wanted to show you the first beet kvass we did together. I think it was 3 weeks ago. Now, there's something I talk about that happened with this beet kvass that isn't dangerous. It's just something I try to avoid, and that is comm yeast. And unfortunately, this batch did get comm yeast, but it's so little it's not going to make a difference. And I'll show you what that looks like. It's white, and it just floats on top. And it's easy to get rid of because you can just scoop it out with a spoon or you can use a napkin. If this ever happens to any of your ferments, I just wouldn't worry about it. So for this recipe you will need 1 small cabbage or half a large one, half of a white or yellow onion, 4 large carrots, a jalapeno, and I'm going to use a grater to grate the carrots. You'll also need up to 2 tablespoons of salt. So basically, you go about making the curtido the same way you would make sauerkraut. You're going to slice that cabbage really thin and chop it up, but then the difference is you're going to add carrot, onion, and jalapeno pepper. Let's get started. I'm going to start by washing my carrots and spraying them down with apple cider vinegar in order to make sure that no bad microbes. So, okay, I'm going to spray these down and I'm going to lay them right in here for about 5 minutes. So it's been about 5 minutes and I'm going to rinse this off. One of the things that the apple cider vinegar does is it acts as an antibacterial in terms of getting rid of bad bacteria. Apple cider vinegar itself is a fermented product, so it also will inoculate the carrots with a little bit of the good stuff. So I've chopped off the ends and now I'm going to grate the carrots. You could do this in a food processor that has a grater on it. It would make it go faster and easier, but I also like to be more in touch with my food. Be sure not to grate your knuckles. It's getting a little close, so I'm just going to go ahead and put that to the side and start on the second one. I'm going to go ahead and finish grating all these and I'll get back to you when we're done. We're going to get working on this cabbage, but just like for sauerkraut, you want to save the outer leaves to help hold the ferment under the brine. This is a very young and tender cabbage. My goodness. All right, so we want to slice this very thin. Right down the middle. cut out the core. Put that over here. There we go. And like I said, slice it thinly. Save that end for a stock. Let's go ahead and move this. And I'm going to save this end for stock. Good. All right, let's get working on that onion. Okay. Last but not least, the jalapeno. And you guys, I'm gonna go get some gloves because I don't want to use this and stick it in here. All right. Glad I have glasses on. I just got squirt in the eye. There we go. So there we go. We have the pepper, the carrot, the cabbage, and the onion. Now the process is very much like making sauerkraut, except for I'm not going to smush up the peppers with everything else. Oh, I forgot to tell you that we also need the juice of 1 lime. Now, Troy and I juice limes in the beginning of the school year because they're super cheap. They're about 10 cents a piece. And then we freeze them in ice cube trays. So 2 of these equals the juice of 1 lime. Okay. So I will need 2 tablespoons of salt. I'll reserve that off to the side. So 1, 2. Now I won't dump all this in at the same time. I'm gonna sprinkle some across the top and then I will come back and start squeezing. So we're gonna just dump all of this in and I'm gonna mix it up. So we have all the ingredients evenly distributed throughout the whole ferment. We're going to start with 2 tablespoons of salt. I'm going to mix that through. Ooh, that smells delicious. Carrots, onions, and cabbage. What could be better? Just a little bit more. And we're going to let this sit for 30 minutes so that the salt can start doing its magic. I think I'm going to put a weight on that. Good, we'll be back in 30 minutes. Okay, there we go. All right. Let's see how this is coming along. Oh yeah. Oh, this is good. Yep, it's dropping a lot of liquid. Oh, that smells so good. It smells like a fresh slaw right now. Get a little bit more salt in there. Blend it back in. Okay, we're gonna let this rest for another 10 minutes. Then we're gonna add the rest of the ingredients and we're gonna stuff it into a jar. This is going to be so good. Okay, it's been 10 minutes. Let's take this off. Oh, I made quite the mess. Lord have mercy. Okay. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Perfect. It's releasing its own brine. Look at that. Okay, let's add those other ingredients in. The hot pepper and the lime. So it's not that hot really, it's a jalapeno. And the lime, just put it in like that. It's easily crushed. So, there you go. You guys, I gotta know what this tastes like in the raw state, so I'm gonna take a bite. Mmm! That lime really comes out. Alright. Let's get to putting this in a jar. All right, I need a wide mouth funnel and my pounder. I'm gonna put the cabbage leaves on there on top. Get a sour stone if I have one left. Sour stone is just a glass fermentation weight for those of you who have not seen my sauerkraut videos before. The purpose of the cabbage leaf is to hold the ferment under the brine. That way we don't get any bad bacteria in there. And let's go get that weight. This is a sour stone. It's a glass fermentation weight used to hold ferments under the brine. So we're just going to put that right on top and press down. I don't need any of this brine because I have so much here. I do need to go get an airlock and a lid, and I'll be right back. So I filled my airlock with water. I'm going to put on my lid, press the airlock in. Voila! Well, there you have it, curtido, El Salvador's national dish. I hope you enjoyed what you saw today, and if you did, please like, subscribe, and comment. And don't forget to ring that bell so I can let you know when I'm coming back in your kitchen. Bye-bye!